Hi, I'm Matt from eSpares. Now, a fine looking lawn can be a source of great pride, but as we move into the spring, the turf can look a little bit unkempt and lacklustre, like on my lawn here. I'm going to show you what we need to do to get a great looking lawn this summer with the minimum amount of effort. I'm going to talk about mowing, fertiliser and weed control, and aeration. So early spring, we want to be thinking about our first cut of the season, and the most important thing is to make sure that we've got a sharp blade. Now you can see on this hover, that's quite dull and blunted, and I'm going to put a brand new blade on there. Otherwise, it's just going to pull at the grass by the roots and we're going to be left with bare patches. Now, the other thing at the start of the cutting season to do is to start with a very high cut. We just want to be topping that grass, and on a hover, we just need to remove one or two of these spacers there just to lift the cutting blade. On a cylinder mower like this, Qualcast, we just adjust the height of the cylinder with these adjusting screws. So clear any leaves or other debris before we get started. Consider getting yourself a garden vac if you've got a particularly big area to clear. Try to mow as often as you can. It's better to have a regular trim rather than waiting until it's all overgrown and then having to hack your way through. Also, change direction each time you mow, and that way your grass won't end up all leaning in one direction. Now, as you can see, moss has got a bit of a hold in my lawn over the winter. The best thing for treating that is something like this Evergreen Complete. That'll not only kill off the moss, gives it a good dose of nitrogen, and that'll help boost grass growth, and it'll also help to keep down some of these weeds. Now, as the moss dies off, it'll go black, and the best thing to do is just to get a springtime rake and just rake that dead moss out. That'll give plenty of room for the grass to thicken out and replace it. Give it a couple of days after you've mown before you put on your Evergreen Complete, and then you can reapply about every 6 weeks throughout the growing season. Now, it comes with this quite handy little applicator. You just walk up and down the lawn and get an even spread of fertiliser there. Now finally, aeration. If your lawn's become compacted, like mine has, there'll be a restricted airflow getting into the soil and reduced water absorption, and that's not good for your lawn's health. Now, I'm just using a garden fork and methodically working my way across the lawn. If you've got a much bigger lawn area, then you probably want to consider buying or hiring a proper aeration tool. That'll really help get some oxygen into the soil, and you'll definitely see the benefits. So there we go. Not exactly a bowling green just yet, but with that preparation, regular mowing throughout the summer, my lawn's going to be looking pretty good. Lawnmower blades and other spare parts are available for all makes and models at eSpares.co.uk. Thanks for watching.